Last week, George and Steve picked the sections that will go to make up the shear strake for Arabella's port side. On today's episode, they'll get the scarves cut and glued up, and then the plank will be shaped, fit, and installed onto the boat. Inside the hull, Tyler and Neil keep up the work on cleaning everything up in preparation for a full sanding stem to stern. Thanks as always for watching, and if you like the video, hit the like button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel to follow progress each week. Thanks to our Patreon subscribers as well, who make building and documenting this project possible.
Good one not working?
Yeah, it's too tight a space and it's too small a tool. I'm hoping maybe I can get in sideways with this, but I want to change the disc to a bigger one. That worked. I feel sick, it's so hot out. I don't do well with this. Yeah, there we go. George, what I'd like you to do is we can grab, should find a couple more sawhorses. Okay. I think there's two right there, perfect. And you can get the scarfing jig set up on them. Okay. Do you remember how that goes? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go cool off from the Okay. Very hot. All right, I'm gonna sharpen this. You have the ratchet stuff? This one. All the other stuff's in this box right here. Just coming down for that. Well, I guess we should get caulking because we're going to be floating soon.
Yeah. Man, the cedars are so light compared to the locust and the oak. It's like a flippin' joke.
Grab a broom.
Flip. Yeah, nope. Flip it when we put it down. Flip it back over. Oh, never mind. It's all right. Okay. We can take this one. This might be a possibility. We're working on lining out for the shear strake. So we've got the cedars here, and we got to fill in between the cedar to the bottom of this ribbon. And the bottom of this ribbon is currently marking where the top of the shear strake is going to be. So we're splitting the width evenly in the stem and in the stern, but at midship we're going to make the shear strake wider than the cedars below it. So we've just been playing with this batten, moving it up and down and trying to figure out exactly what we want the shear strake to look like and how that's going to cause, what shape that's going to make the two cedars below it. And we've got this about where we want it. So we got to put the tape measure on here and figure out the distance from midship to the stern. And we've got to pick a point or two along the way and measure the width. And then when we go to mark it out on the plank, we use one of these battens and we'll spring it. So we don't need to have the width for the shear strake at every single frame. We just need it a couple places down the boat. We'll spring that, we'll make it look nice, we'll cut that out, we'll put it on, and then we'll go through and very carefully measure that distance, divide it in half, put a cedar on, measure it again, and make up a shutter plank. So we'll have 2 more shutters to go and they will be cedar. we will not be able to beat on them quite like we did the oak. We'll have to be a little more gentle.
Wiggle room. All right, 1 3/4, 4 5/8, 5 3/4, 6. Now we just got to jockey the ribbons and the tape measure up forward, pull that, and we will have the shape of the shear strake. It's a good thing it's not hot out here.
George, what are you guys up to in here?
We're using the mineral spirits to clean down as much of the dust and take off the remaining dolphinite. So we'll prepare for sanding and then sealing later in the day.
And the rail that you can actually pull. Right. He said that like he launches his dinghy over it and doesn't worry about it. And when guests come on the board, both who don't know anything will immediately grab it and haul themselves over it. And we catch
Your face was pretty good when I said we would edge set the plank.
Yeah, so how much farther over does the line have to go?
A 1/4 inch. Still in the sap. Okay. But not by a lot, and of course it goes out in the right direction.
Yeah, I think we can go with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it look?
Yeah, looks good.
A little, it's, well, it is, it looks like it's dipping a little in here. I don't know, take a look. It takes a little bit of a, I was looking on this edge.
Yeah.
I felt as the batten was straightest on that edge.
Yeah, I think that's just because that's where we're really starting to do the taper.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 5.5 all through mid, and then we drop a bit here, and then we really start to climb down.
The gents inside the boat said, yeah, all the oak is done. I said, you know, I've heard that before.
Casey, come on now.
All the oak planks are done.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
And that's a nice thing. I'm very happy that there's more oak in that. I think you'll be happy too.
Yeah, I think the hull felt nicer in oak too.
I think so too. I absolutely feel the same way.
I will never forget doing that brake test in the rain. Like clamping the cedar and the oak on and just hitting that cedar once and having it shatter.
Not just in one place, but in multiple places with one hit.
And then I just wailed on that oak and wailed and wailed.
Yeah.
And it felt like the oak was laughing at me.
Yeah.
it really felt like
Is that all you got?
Just
Really?
took it and sent it right back and was like, is that it, you feeble human being? I mean, I would have been able to beat my way through it, but honestly, like, I think it would have taken me less time to break through a glass hull or through a steel hull than through that oak plank.
Yeah. It was saying, give me some Southern Ocean hits.
We're not going to touch anything that's varnished, so don't worry about that. And all we're really trying to do is get everything smooth and clean and remove anything that's sharp. So the top edges on the build stringers here, those can get rounded over fairly heavily, so that those are nice and round. The corners of the frames can all get rounded over somewhat heavily. If you can sand out clamp marks, great. If you're gonna have to create a giant divot to sand them out, don't. Just hit, you know, what's shallow. Like this will more or less disappear. You round that edge over, you take a swipe and you won't really see it. And then we wanna go through and make sure that there's no ridges on the planks here. So basically all we want is that if something were to fall and slide down the planks, it would go uninterrupted into the bilge. So if you have a spot where the planks make like a roof, I don't really care about it because it's not going to collect junk. What we're more worried about are places like this where you have a shelf. Yeah, so we'll pick it up. We'll go towards the front end of the boathouse as far as we can, and then we'll swing the end over, walk it over, bring it over. Down. Second. Anywhere close? Yeah. Can you go down? Down. Up. Up. Down. Hold on a second, let me get a mallet. Yeah. I figured it was too easy to put on the first time, so we should make it slippery hard.
Good call.
So we gotta rotate it so that the oily side faces the boat. Okay, so we need to go forward. Okay, right about there. Oh, right there. Okay. Now we can start to put it in underneath the ribbon. Fantastic. This is good. Yep. Okay. Cool.
That's not fitting in the router.
That's a tomorrow kind of project.
Ice cream break?
Yeah!
Yay!
Ice cream!
And then we can get this clamped down really well and screw fasten it. And that's a good start. Hey, whoa, we're gonna need those. What are you doing?
Right now? We'll get them.
Perfect.
Thanks for watching. Just a reminder that the staging on the starboard side is too close to the boat at the moment to hang the other shear strake and the two cedar planks below it. So that will get done down the line sometime. But next week, the cleanup on the inside of the hull continues with a full coat of oil throughout. And coming soon, the two cedar planks below the port shear will be going on to complete the port side planking. Till next Friday, hope you all have a great week.